fake here on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Able to push his way through. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. On first down, it's Keenum. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 74 yards. First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. K1 short. Able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Keenum. And that will be incomplete. incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshall Lattimore on defense.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. And this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly. But overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back at running back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver. But all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes. Good luck to you.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Well, snap came at 1. Keenum. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taking it about the 16. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He had to go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off play action. Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 40 yards. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Let's go.
Keenum now on 1st down. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So 2nd and 10 here.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. All right, here we go. Boom, land it. Gone.
Again, it's Keenum. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Screenplay, McKinnon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down.
And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Julius Peppers in there to get him for a loss of 5. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be resigned, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing on third down, Keenum. And he's able to find Diggs. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, Cook. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, Keenum. He's going to go for a big play downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Keenum. And his pass incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Handoff comes to Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jarius Wright from 17 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.